All right. I think we're going live. It's been a while, ladies.
It has been.
I actually clicked the intro before I clicked the live button. I'm like, boy, am I rusty.
We're all here.
But we're here.
Yeah.
We are here. Some of us in our car, but you know, it works.
Yeah, we make do.
Hey, I was just really happy I found cell phone signal. There for a second, I'm like, I don't know that I'm gonna have cell phone signal in order to make this call.
Oh my goodness.
Rural Kentucky.
Well, and thank God, and the time change, it gets dark so fast.
So early. I hate it. Makes me sad.
Yeah.
Why do we have to do it?
I don't know, because there's some states that don't, and I'm so envious of people that don't have to change their clocks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. However, I think they typically stay on this time. I think if you don't change your clock,
correct, they stay on this time.
They stay on this time, which I would rather just stay on the summertime. I like my longer days. Like, we're not farmers. This was all made for farmers, so that they can have more daylight hours, right? Like, we're not farmers anymore. I'm good with dark in the morning. Give me my evenings, please. Thank you very much.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, see, I'm a morning person. We can compromise.
Right. I think that is the exact thing that happens.
Right? That is. I think that happens.
I get half the year.
No, maybe just tweak it a half an hour and then be good.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Oh my goodness.
All right. So how's everybody?
Well, I am great, with one exception. Charlotte introduced me to dirty chai lattes in Seattle, and I've yet to find a really good dirty chai latte within my reach. So thinking we might have to fly back to Seattle.
Well, you won't have to ask me twice to go back to Seattle.
Right. She created a monster.
A dirty chai latte? What makes it dirty?
The shots of espresso, right, Charlotte?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's a double shot of espresso. Which takes the sweetness out. You know how sweet chai lattes are?
Yeah.
It gives that coffee, brings it down just a little bit, so it's much more palatable for the non-sweet drinkers.
Yeah, that's why I don't like chai. It's too sweet.
Mm-hmm. It is very sweet. Yeah.
That's
very
what
sweet. I keep Karen, offline, I'm going to have to give you how to make it at home, because you can make it at home.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give it a whirl.
All right, so Karen, you first. What's happening in the world of brokerages?
Oh goodness, there's all kinds of news going on with acquisitions of different companies and how that's going to affect everything moving forward. And it kind of reminds me of the lawsuit talks, right? When that was all the big thing, the big rage, and the discussions were all around that. So, everything that's being talked about right now are about some of the larger companies getting even larger and how that's going to affect the smaller brokerages. And it's important for me to keep up on, but not to really set my sights on at all. It's just nice to kind of know what's going on. But as far as, our day in and day out, we are just head down and working hard. And as you and I were talking about, before we went on, it's an interesting time of year, because this time of year we, for the most part, stop asking for business and start just thanking people for the business that we've been given. And that's a tough switch.
For some of us.
Yes. Tough switch. I mean,
probably for the three of us.
Yes. I can add the gratitude and being grateful. However, I would also like to keep the asking for business piece of it.
Yeah, I know. Yes. And for some of my clients, I still have yet to ask, right? So it's so hard for me to say, stop asking. Right now, it's just gratitude for the month of November, where I'm like, this just doesn't feel right saying this to these people. But most of my clients don't have problems with the ask anymore.
No. I would
no. So what's happening in your world, Miss Charlotte?
Man, explaining to everyone that the Fed's dropping the rate a quarter actually raised mortgage rates. That's been a fun conversation.
Oh, I bet. I saw it twice now on Facebook. A realtor trying to explain this phenomenon.
It happens almost every time. Like, it's almost every time that the rates drop pre the the Fed, because we're reacting to the stock and the bond market, right? So we react so much faster that by the time the Fed meets, we're not waiting on the Fed. The bond market is reactionary, just like the stock market. But then when they come in and they meet, and then they say something like, I don't think we're going to do another drop in December, that statement alone made the bond market go, no, we don't like that. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. We had alert to locks today and alert to locks yesterday, and it's just it is the way it is, and we have to explain to. Sadly, the Fed's dropping the rate makes such national news that people that don't pay attention are now like, "Hey, I saw the Fed's dropped. We want to refinance." Just like, not the right time, guys.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
Well, it's good that they have you to explain that to them, Charlotte. I mean, it is foreign to a lot of people.
It is, and it's weird, and the news is not very good at clarifying, that's for sure. Yeah, so it's been interesting. And then, of course, I'm in Louisville right now, so that's been a whole thing. I don't know if you guys saw that, but there's a big plane crash, so I was at a close enough to that we had to stay in place. I couldn't go to my hotel last night, so that was fun. It's been an eventful week.
It has been eventful. I did see on the news the crash, and every time I type in Google and I go to my email, I get like 3 or 4 little news clips before I switch, and the first one is always mortgage rates. Now I know it's probably because I'm a business coach and coach real estate professionals that it gets my algorithm. I'm sure some people don't get it, but I have a feeling a lot of people do, because they're either looking at houses or something.
I would love to know what that says. When you get that, will you snippet it and send it to me? I would like to see what Google says the rates are. Is it going off of the national average? What is that? I'm curious.
Okay, I will send you some snippets the next few, because I see it every morning, and then after that I just ignore it.
Yeah,
it gets too distracting if I look at every single snippet that pops up. I mean, again, that's a shiny object syndrome thing, but I do glance in the morning when I first turn it on, and it's mortgage rates is always the first one for me, always.
Right, yeah. No.
Yep.
I'll send you some as well, because I find it interesting how different they are, even all just on the same day. And I mean, I know enough to know why they're somewhat different, but some of them are wildly different.
Some of them are advertisements. That's the difference. If it's an advertisement, they're going to be giving you the lowest interest rate that can be offered in the last 90 days. So that's what we're allowed to advertise. The lowest rate that we could offer in the last 90 days. And if they choose to, they can add points to that. I have a higher APR, but they can add points. The APR is in the small, tiny print, and they could give you what it was, the lowest rate you could have got in the last 90 days with buy down points. So I could technically say rates as low as 4.875. No, I can't give you that rate today. But if it was in the last 90 days and I put in my APR notes in there, then I legally can do that. So don't pay attention to advertisements, because they're all crap. So
I find that so interesting with all the regulations in the industry. Very, very interesting. And it just creates confusion, which is why I feel that way. I think the confusion is not helpful, which is why, going back to how you started, that you spend so much time explaining to people,
educating.
All of this.
Well, and buying a home, selling a home is stressful. There's so many questions. There's, you don't need to add chaos, right? And it adds just more chaos. And more confusion. And then just more anger, when it finally gets explained and they misunderstood, right? And anger maybe feels like it's directed to, quote, Charlotte. It's not. They're mostly angry at themselves for not understanding or feeling stupid, and they're not. It's so confusing, right? So then the anger gets misdirected. It's hard. This is a hard industry.
People are quite emotional, that is for sure. This is an emotional roller coaster.
Offline, I'll share a story. If you remind me later, I'll share. Not online, but I have an online question, and then I have 2 questions. So I'm going to give you a heads up for one. I want you each to advertise, and I will too. We each get to promote something coming up. So if it's recruiting or a workshop or something, so it gives you time to think about what you might want to promote. But my first question which I'm thinking neither of you need much time thinking about, is how are you showing gratitude to your agents, your lenders, not your clients, not your client database, the people you're managing. Karen, you go first.
Okay. The way that I'm showing gratitude to my agents is actually by hosting what we're doing for our clients. So most people probably know real estate agents are independent contractors. So even though they work for Rock and Associates, it's their own business. And so I try and guide and coach throughout the year. Whatever they decide to do is up to them. This time of year, I actually support like the creation of the gratitude journals that we send out, ready to start on the Santa letters. And again, that's something that I support. So that's sort of my thank you to them. Tee it all up, get it done and ready for them. And then that way they can just love on their clients with it.
Yeah, I love that you do that. And I hope every one of your agents takes advantage of it. Me too. I know there might be a straggly few. However, it's what you do and how you help them and support them through this season is phenomenal.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, Charlotte, you're up. How do you support all your lenders in the background?
So much stuff right now. So how do I give them appreciation? So we just took everybody to Folly Beach, South Carolina, and we had a retreat. And the retreat is where we just pour into them. And when I tell you, my battery was definitely spent. It was a lot of pouring. So 3 days of planning and having speakers in and marketing and all the fun things. So we did that 2 weeks ago for the team. And then I am doing the planner. Karen, I sent you one of those planners. So I do a personalized planner for each one of my teams. So right now we're going through, and my team, it's funny, they hate the fact that I have to schedule their time. Like it's one of those things that's like they've got busy days and I make them take an hour, sometimes even an hour and 15 minutes. And we go through, I do the wheel with them. They go through and pick their top things that they want to get done for this year, what the big rocks are. And then we go through their business plan and I do that with them. And then I put it in that planner. So I make a personalized planner for everybody for the year. And then we have a great big you talk about not asking for anything. So we pour into them with a really crazy Christmas party that I completely host it all, and they can invite all of their top agents to. So they don't have to do anything. They just show up and they can bring their people. So we do a wrapping party is what we're going to do this year so that they can come in and do wrapping. So the business development does all the work with the planning and all that fun stuff, and it's a cool thing for them to get to do. So that's
really fun. Yep.
That's great.
Yeah, that is really great. I love it. And I hope they all take advantage and invite, like you say, they get to invite their best clients to this. So it's a win-win for everybody.
It's a fun party too, because it's around the holidays. It's very laid back, but it's all the bells and whistles you can think of for wrapping. I'm sorry, there is a car right in front of me. I got light now.
I know.
There we go. It's better now. Couldn't see anything. But yeah, if you ever want to do a wrapping party for your clients, it is a lot of fun. You can make it really extravagant, and it's not a super expensive thing to do. And you can rinse and repeat and reuse the things, so you're not wasting stuff. So it's a fun thing to do.
Yeah, I know quite a few of my clients will have wrapping parties at this time of year, or within the next 30 days.
Yep.
Another one that's really popular that is not a huge expense and a lot of fun is a vision board party.
Yeah, absolutely. Towards the end of the year. Yeah.
That's a good one. Yep. And good timing around goals, right?
Yep.
Okay, so now to my second question. Charlotte, you can go first on this one. What do you want to promote? Anything you want to promote? Who do you want to recruit, or what do you want to promote?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the book because it's coming. It's actually at the editors now. So it is going to be electronically available for pre-order for people to read and give me feedback January 1st, maybe even December. Depending on how many edits she has me do. We'll see what those edits look like. But then it'll be, the goal is to have it actually published through Amazon on February the 1st. So,
I am so proud of you and so happy that this is like I can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
That's amazing.
Yeah. The editor's like, this isn't too bad. I'm like, are you sure?
Okay, soon as it's ready for pre-order, I want the links and I'll put it in my newsletters.
Okay, that'd be great.
Oh, great idea. I will do the very same.
Yeah. Yep. I'll put it on my Facebook page. I'll put it in my newsletter. We'll get it out there.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Karen, what are we promoting around your brokerage?
So real quick before I do, I just want to say congratulations, Charlotte. I mean, that's such a huge accomplishment. And then also to be able to actually get it to goal, and considering how busy you are.
And the bumps and the bruises of getting there. Right?
How many times I didn't want to do it. Right? Tanya's like, Charlotte, do it.
Yeah. That's awesome. So if you already mentioned it about vision board party. So last year we hosted a vision board party for agents, and we did it virtual so people could join us from all over and kind of work from their own office. And we're going to do that again this year. And have added a couple of steps to it where I'm going to do a little bit of goal coaching before the vision board party, because we did have people show up that, you know, they had some ideas kind of what they wanted to do, but they didn't go through the process that you put us through, or you help us guide us through in October, to where we know what our goals and visions are for 2026. So when I show up to the vision board party and when my agents show up to it, they're ready to go. They're ready to just kind of make this fun and have a good time putting it all on a board that they can use to motivate them. But I also realize now that there are some agencies that don't do that. And so I'll be working with some agents, and it's open to all real estate agents.
Oh, that'll be fun. Yeah. So again, send me whatever I can do to help promote it.
Okay.
In my newsletter, have it all sent to me, and I'll get it out there.
Will do.
Yeah, that'll be really fun. Yeah. And so my big promotion is the Move the Needle workshop. Will be the last one for 2025, and this one's my favorite because it's only for real estate professionals. So lenders, realtors, however. I'll do a separate one for other business owners because it's different, right? It has to be more specific for each industry. So for the real estate industry, this is for real estate professionals on December 2nd, and it's 2 hours of planning 2026. And I've seen so many of my competitors all advertising this now, right? I mean, it's not an option. It's not like having a business plan, having your strategies, having your tactics, then, how am I going to execute? And it's what makes or breaks a business owner.
Sure does.
Yeah.
I see a collaboration here. And I think that when we're done with this, we should chat about, certainly if I can encourage some people to go through the Move the Needle, they're going to get a lot more toward working out their goals than they're going to get from me.
Yep. And then they can do the vision board.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, absolutely. So I probably would cut it off at about 30 people signing up, and I have 6 that have signed up because I just started advertising it yesterday. So yeah, we have plenty of space to get some people in.
Great.
But yeah, I had just put it out there yesterday. Yeah. So,
and it's nice because it's 2 hours that they can really hammer in on what's like focus time. This is focus time.
Yep.
Like take just a minute and really get that. That's great. I love that.
Yeah. And then they can, bounce ideas off of each other, or somebody's going to ask a question that somebody else is too shy to ask, right? When it comes to planning and, how I help you guys pick your pillars, which chairs, what are we going to name the chairs of your leg? It's not the same for everybody.
Yeah.
Right. But we can still do it all together. So it's fun. I make it fun, I hope.
Yeah, you do. And I also think it's very interesting, having decades in business on my own, and how I've learned about goal setting and how important it is, and how important after you set the goals, then the tactics and all of the things that you're going to teach in this workshop. It's not actually widely taught in a lot of corporations, or even in a lot of real estate companies, which I think is very interesting.
Yep, I agree. Well, and I was talking to one of my executives that I coach, and when you work for a corporation, a Fortune 500 company, they typically tell you what you're going to achieve the next year. Like this is the company's objective, and it's your job to get you and your team there. However, every executive that I coach, none of them set goals outside of work. They're either they don't know how, or they're just like, I don't want to set a goal, right? And so it's interesting. They coach with me, so it's not like they have a lot of option. I like, just pick one, right, outside of the corporate setting, right? So yes, and I hope you ladies, I know you've dug really deep in digging deep with your business goals and your strategies and your pillars, and now it's time to take a knee and, right, we've talked about this, your health goals, right, monetary goals, relationship goals, something, it's not just about work. Can't be.
No.
No. Nope, that's how burnout happens.
Right.
So planning those vacations, and I like the speaker we had at our retreat, recharging, not numbing out. Yeah. So cool. Well, it's been a quiet live. I hope it's our first one, and after it's been months since we've gone live, so hopefully we can be more consistent, right, with our twice a month lives. And it's interesting with the people that said yes, they would be there. I had more say yes today than ever, and this has been the quietest live. So I hope it's working. I keep looking, thinking it says it's going. So.
Well, we are having the brightest moon of the year tonight, so maybe that has shifted some people's plans.
Yeah. Well, and again, they're not used to seeing us show up. And a couple of times, unfortunately, because of, my life stuff, sometimes I've had to cancel last minute. So we got to get consistent and get them to trust that we're actually going to be where we say we're going to be. And that's right, where none of us are perfect, and it's a learning experience, right?
And they can come back and watch it, and they're going to get all the great information.
Yeah. Well, so today I'm going to cut us a little short today, and transparently, I've got family leaving in a few days, so we're gonna. Chris is actually leaving tomorrow, so my house will be empty soon.
Big changes.
Big changes.
Yeah.
All right, ladies.
Real quiet.
Too quiet. I mean, there's a part of me that's like, I'm kind of excited to have my house back. For those of you that don't know, it's been four humans, 2 dogs and 2 cats in a 1,400 square foot home.
Cozy
for 3 months. 3 months. And it's been wonderful.
That's awesome.
99% of it. But I know the second they leave, so the emotions are like on such wide spectrum. It's like, oh, I'm going to miss the heck out of them, and I get my house back, right? And it's like, how do I deal with all this emotion? Yeah,
it is all spectrum. Oh, that's tough.
Yep. All right, ladies, I'm going to end the recording, and we will sync our calendars for the next ones coming up.
Great.
And then yes, hold on, let me just end.